Hey guys, welcome back to the DLC podcast. We're talking games, movies, all things in between. It has been a long, long
Months.
time. Months. But we have time now. I'm out of school for the semester, and I'm able to do more things now. Haven't posted nothing, but have been getting stuff made for the new year. Just enjoying my little vacation since it's my first vacation since this time last year. And yeah, that being said,
And I'm
huh?
not sleepy right now, so
And he's not sleepy right now.
we can
And
do this.
it is gonna be a quick one, it's nothing too out of there, but we'll see how things go. But the topic of today, if you're reading the title, you should already know, but might as well just go ahead and say it anyways. It's about should we go back to traditional handhelds
Bring back the Game Boy.
or or of the sort. So I had recently come in possession of a
A
Vita.
Game Boy.
No, a Vita.
A Game Boy.
Jacob, you're not that old. You can't
But
call
we all
everything.
know we all know how our parents were.
Yeah,
Everything was Game
but
Boy.
but I actually have one here.
That's not a Game Boy though. It's a DS.
I call these still a Game Boy. Anyways, I came in possession of
You are
this,
that old.
and it gave me the realization of like though things are now portable, are they conveniently portable? Right. So, for instance, we have the Switch, right?
Yes. Great system.
Great system, size comparison, right? You have the Steam Deck, you have the ROG Ally, amongst other handheld devices that basically allow you to play your Steam games, uh, Game Pass games, whatever. And I was telling Jacob because I was playing like a Vita game. I was like, you know what, bro? You know what I realized? Games on the handheld obviously were different from console, right?
Yeah.
But there was like a satisfaction to it. And Jacob brought it up in a conversation where he was saying, you know, even though you're playing video games to relax, some games are more relaxing than other games, right?
But
And
sometimes you just need a break from the game you're playing. And so
yeah,
therefore you want to play another game.
yeah. And as you know, there's people out there that can switch between games on the same console. Me being one of those people. Um, but for instance, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII on the Switch, right? And yes, I could take that with me, but like I said, it's inconvenient because it's still bulky. Yes, it's portable, but it's still bulky.
And then you gotta have a case for it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it even bulkier.
And I started taking this with me. And granted, there's not there's assortment of games in here. And I've been playing them. I've been taking it with me to work to eat, like play with it
Bro,
on my lunch break.
just say it's hacked. It's a hacked
It's
one.
modded, and I've been playing
It's
Pokemon on
modded.
it as well as
Yeah.
God of War
Yeah.
games.
Ain't no shame in it. Ain't no shame in it.
I don't condone it though.
Hey, I say do it. What I mean, Sony can get pissy all they want. Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
hope they learned. I hope they learned their lesson from 2011. So.
yeah. So, anyways, it just made me realize, like, it's nice to just play a simplified
Hmm.
game, a game that's pretty straightforward. Granted, I know there are RPGs and whatnot on portable consoles, which, like the Game Boy and all that, which is fine. Like, they still have like the uniqueness to
Yeah.
them. Like I remember, a friend of ours from church, he had a Game Boy SP and he was playing Golden Sun on it.
Yes.
And I mean that's a long game, but he took it with him and was whatever. But all in all, I'm just like, is it time to go back because PlayStation just released the PlayStation Portal, which I feel is like a backhand to those who love the PSP because the PSP,
Yeah.
in my humble opinion, I do love the Game Boy. The Game Boy is phenomenal, but that PSP was a different beast, right?
It it was. it outshined, I would say, because I had a PSP. I still have my PSP,
I still get
and
mine too.
it's a modded one, and
Hmm.
I will say I did enjoy it more than the DS, even the 3DS.
Yeah, I mean, there were good games on it, and you have the PlayStation Portal, which basically is just a streaming device that plays PS5 games, which you need
Mm,
solid connection
I
for.
I will say there was better games on the 3DS. I think game wise, Nintendo was better, but like machine wise, somatic wise, whatever the word is, the PSP was just better. The internet on there was better. Like I don't know if you ever tried to get on the internet on the 3DS. That is just terrible.
It sucks. It's like going on the internet using an old school device that barely got internet for the first time.
Yeah, yeah, it was terrible. The PSP, it wasn't great, but it was way better than that. And then of course you get to mod it. I was playing Nintendo games on my PSP.
Eh,
So
And like I'm able to put this in my pocket and I got a case for it, but I'm able to just put it in my pocket and go out by my way. And I get it because the thing with the Switch and its charm, because there's nothing wrong with portable consoles, right? Actual home consoles that you can take portably. Because as kids, you and I, I'm sure, like for instance, I remember playing, um, being a big fan of Call of Duty, right? And then you get Call of Duty like on the Game Boy or like the DS, and in your head you're like, this is how it plays on the 360. And granted,
yeah,
obviously, logically thinking, you're not gonna assume it's the same thing, but you just have that mindset. So when you play it, you're like, oh, I mean, you still have a good time with it, but it's not what you want. So there were times where like, man, I wish I could just take this game on my 360 or whatever at the time with me on the go. So that's what made the Switch you so unique and amazing. Is like, hey, you're actually playing legit console games on the go. And in all businesses, when something succeeds, everyone has a copycat and
yeah,
dip in that market, which is fine. But I still feel like there's a space in the market for portable devices, which honestly, there are a lot of emulator devices, like the retro pocket amongst other devices that come out. I feel like they come out monthly to download ROMs on, which yeah, there's a huge assortment of it, which means that tells me, and that people to buy it, that tells me people still prefer something slick, something small, you know. And I'm just like, it would be cool. Like I know Nintendo had the 3DS with the Switch, and then they're like, all right, we're done with the 3DS. We're just focusing primarily on
yeah.
the Switch. And that kind of sucked because I was like, man, there was just something cool about playing like your Switch, granted, like, but I'll be straight up with you. Playing Pokemon on the Switch does not feel the same,
No,
right?
no.
It doesn't. I mean, and I know people are like, Pokemon's bigger, more open world. I mean, granted, the game's kind of broken now, but they're like the game's bigger and whatnot, and it's whatever. But my
But
thing is like,
to
I like the simplicity of it though.
to take on that point, because Pokemon is kind of broken right now. There was quite a charm with handheld games because they had limited things to work with compared to console gaming, and being able to make masterpieces with what limited resources they had, because they didn't have as much memory as they would for a big console game, and so they had to kind of make do, and to make something amazing was an art in itself. And so I appreciate handheld games just for that, but for me too, like nothing against the Switch. I enjoy the Switch, but it's
Yeah,
bulky. I don't like carrying it around. And I don't know if there's other gamers like me, but when I'm playing a game at home and I need to take a break, I don't want to carry that same console to play a different game. I'd rather have something small, slick that I can just pop open and close, or turn on and off, and take a break from the game I'm playing. Like I rather it's like playing a different game to take your mind off the game you're currently playing.
right.
Um, it's like like just fresh air for me.
Yeah.
So if I'm having to be like, hey, I'm playing Breath of the Wild on my Switch, and now I have to go somewhere. I don't want to take that big old thing. And honestly, playing Breath of the Wild handheld was not fun.
No, I was gonna say this. So
Uh,
I think with the Switch limitation, that's another thing too, is with the Switch being not as powerful. The games that are on the Switch, you really don't want to play portably because
yeah,
like it doesn't the performance drops, the visuals drop. So you rather just I rather play it on like at one point when I first got the Switch, I took it on the go because it was cool. Like, oh, it's interesting, whatever. I get to like 2 to 3 hours of battery, but it's awesome. But like, yeah, no, like I did not want to play Breath of the Wild on the Switch. I mean, on the go. I mean, granted, if there are people out there that do, then you know what, more power to you.
yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that. But one thing I'll
And
do. Go ahead.
and for me too though is just the capability of playing something comes up, and just putting it in your pocket and just going about your day.
Like I
Like I don't
legit
know if
put this in
that's
my hoodie.
yeah, I don't know if that's nostalgia for me and the Game Boy and stuff, but there's something about just being able to put a console in your pocket, go about your day, and in between breaks, pull it out and just have some fun.
Yeah, I like that. I look more natural now. Um, yeah, and another thing too is like when we go on road trips, right? I look forward to going on road trips. Like I can take my Switch, play my back catalog of games, but like I got to carry this monstrosity.
Yeah,
And I get people are like, it's really not that inconvenient. I'm like, you're right, but it's
and
more
there's some people that bring bigger
Yeah, they have like
cases
they
too.
have like a dedicated bag for it, which is fine. I'm
Yeah,
talking about like this is all personal. Like
yes,
what this is all what we want, right? And there's one thing that I really enjoy about this, and yeah, we got a couple more minutes. One thing I do enjoy about this is I could play this in bed comfortably. Like I don't have to be laying on my stomach like this to support the weight. I could just lay in bed, like legit
yeah,
hold it up, playing or lay on my side, versus carrying like that big old thing where I'm just and then like it's heavy. Like I know it's
yeah.
heavy in the regard like in the sense of like I gotta lay on my belly, rest my arms and play it, and
And you
it's
gotta have the certain grips for it
yeah like
to hold the Switch, or not the
unless
Switch or
you
the
have
Steam Deck.
honestly unless you
Yeah,
have these grips, playing the Switch like with its normal Joy Cons is
not fun.
not the best experience in my opinion. Yeah, it is. But like I said, this is all personal. This is all personal. So let us know let us know. Are we just some old heads, being nostalgic, or do you guys agree there is still a market for handheld games that are
Yeah.
l- actual portable handhelds?
And do y'all miss it? And honestly, I kind of want to know what y'all's favorite portable handheld was. Mine is still the Nintendo SP, which I know, like the 3DS kind of, or the DS kind of, follows suit. But something about the SP just being like tiny and foldable was just a
And the
masterpiece.
only
I
thing
think that
the only thing that sucked about it, it didn't have a headphone jack.
I don't remember if it did or
No, it
not.
doesn't.
I
It
want to.
doesn't
No,
have
no,
one.
no, no.
They don't have a headphone jack.
Oh, they might not. No.
No, they didn't have a headphone jack. That's my only issue with it. But I do love the SP too. The SP is my favorite. But another one
Yeah.
I think is kind of cool is the micro. I thought the micro was kind of sick.
Micros are pretty sick. Yeah.
But but yeah. So like Jacob said, let us know what your favorite portable console was, your handheld console, and if it's a Switch, then it's the Switch.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like it's still it
Like
counts.
we're not hating on the Switch, but to me, the Switch isn't. I still don't see it as a portable console like the 3DS or the PSP. Um, but that's just my own opinion.
And one thing, and another question, and another question I want to add is, what was your favorite game on said portable device? Jacob, what was your favorite portable game?
I mean, it would have to be Pokemon Yellow because that's like the first Pokemon I played. But honestly, the one I reminisce the most on was
Samus too.
Sword of Mana.
Oh, that one. Okay,
No, it
never
was
mind.
Sword
Okay,
of
yeah.
Mana. Yes,
Okay.
on the SP.
Okay. Okay. You didn't have an SP though, did you?
No, our friend let me borrow it with Sword of Mana,
Church friend, right?
and yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. That silver
yeah,
one, that thing was sick.
yeah, it was
Uh,
so sick.
and he had like the limited edition one. They had like the stickers on it.
I don't remember the stickers, but he might have.
Well, it was the one that had like the tribal on it.
I don't remember. I just remember it being silver, and I played Sword of Mana on
Did you
it.
beat it on? Did you beat it?
Yeah, I beat it.
Oh, yeah, did you have it for? Oh, yeah, because you had it for a while.
Yeah, I had it
Yeah, I remember that
for a
now.
couple
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, no, I remember that now. I remember that. I mean, mine would be Pokemon Yellow too, but just not to carry, not to really piggyback off of you. I would say my favorite Game Boy game or portable game would be A Link Between Worlds.
That's fair.
All right, guys. Like I said, drop down the comments. What was your favorite console and game? And if you agree, let us know. If not, let us know. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh, we'll be back to posting content again and possibly do some live streams. So make sure you like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. That way we know when all those things come out. And enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you guys later. Deuces.